Hi. If you started on a GLP medication and you're feeling nauseated, constipated, bloated, or just off, you're not alone. Hi, my name is Evelyn. Welcome back to Evelyn's Desk, where we talk about GLPs, weight loss, and how to do it safely. So here's the problem. Most people either ignore everything or panic over normal adjustments. Let's talk about it. Some side effects are common and manageable. Others need attention. In this video, I'm going to walk you through what's expected, what's not, and what actually helps. So that way you can approach this calmly and intelligently. Because the goal is not just weight loss, it's tolerable, sustainable weight loss. Part 1. GLP medications work by slowing down your digestive system, meaning how quickly your food gets from your mouth and out, right? The other end. And in doing so, it changes your digestion, your hydration, and how your body handles meals. Look, most side effects show up when you increase the dosage. So going from 0 to start, from month 1 to month 2, if you have to increase your dose, or month 3, and so on. So when there's a change, that's when you should expect some side effects, if any. And it's not because the medication is wrong, but because your body is adjusting. Part 2. What is common and what's manageable? 1, nausea. Mild nausea is common, especially at the beginning. What helps it? Eating smaller, slower meals, avoiding heavy, high-fat meals initially, eating protein first, meaning when you are sitting down to eat and you are looking at your full plate, you eat the meat or protein source first. Then also staying hydrated, meaning loading up on the water from the beginning of your day. Wake up, a glass of water. Before breakfast, a glass of water. After breakfast, a glass of water, and so on throughout the day. And then also not lying down, to go to sleep or take a nap right after a meal. Second thing that is common is going to be constipation. Mild constipation is probably the most under-discussed issue. A lot of people don't feel more comfortable talking about it. However, it's very real. It is one of the side effects that has been noted to be common with these medications. But what helps it? What can you do to avoid it? Well, hydrate, walk, and making sure that you're taking your fiber. That's one thing at Live Light that we always recommend to patients. Make sure that you are having a fiber supplement or eat fiber-rich fruits and vegetables, and starches, of course. Another thing that helps that you may not think of right off the bat, magnesium. A good magnesium supplement can go a long way. Magnesium helps with a lot of other things in the body. So it is something that you could use. Obviously, talk to your provider if you have questions before you start any supplements. Number 3, that thing that you may experience while on a GLP medication is going to be bloating. Now, feeling full quickly doesn't automatically mean you're adequately nourished. Now remember, the medication slows down your digestive system. That means that the food is going to stay in your stomach and in your gut longer than usual, longer than typical. And so some things that might help it are going to be smaller structure meals. Again, making sure that you have your protein, your vegetables, a healthy starch, a small fat, prioritizing your protein, avoiding carbonation. Surprisingly, for me, I didn't know this, but having a carbonated drink while eating your meal is going to cause you to bloat a little bit more. I mean, it makes sense once you think about it, but That is one thing to avoid if you're prone to feeling bloated. Now, another one is going to be to skipping meals altogether. You don't want to get into that. You want to make sure that even if it's a small meal, maybe it's yogurt with some berries, or my favorite, a cheese stick and an apple, you have something small consistently. Okay, so we've talked about the things that are common and they're usually manageable. Now let's talk about the things that you have to pay attention to. So, part 3, what's not normal? Okay, now we want to make sure that you don't ignore these things. Examples of this are going to be persistent or severe abdominal pain. If the pain is not going down, your discomfort is just not going away, you need to reach out to your provider. Vomiting, not just once, not twice, but you just can't hold anything down. You need to either go to the urgent care, the emergency room, or call your provider if you can, because dehydration is a very real risk and you don't want to get yourself to that point. Now, signs of dehydration are actually another reason why you should reach out to your provider, and you want to pay attention to this because that can lead to a lot more serious issues, and we want to stop this before it gets bad. Now, also, overall, if the symptoms such as the nausea, the constipation, or the bloating, if they don't get better and they get worse, you have to reach out to your provider. If something feels significantly worse over time, that's not something that you push through. That's when you need to make sure that you're having medical guidance. You call your provider, again, you go to urgent care, you reach out to your medical professionals so they can help you and not let this get worse. All right, now, part 4. You thought that this was over? Not yet. There's one other thing that people overlook when it comes to GLP medications. Want to know what that is? Fatigue. It's another side effect that people don't always connect with GLPs or GLP medications, and that's fatigue from underfueling. Again, the medications are really good at helping people to manage their blood sugars, for the hunger to go down, the food noise to ease up. They slow down your digestive system so that way you're not eating as much as you used to, and therefore being able to lose weight a lot easier. It's a lot easier to stay on a healthy food plan when these things are in place. However, because you are eating a little bit less than you would have before, then now you're feeling tired. At Live Light, we have several recommendations for that, but first you have to, if you're experiencing this, then you have to pay attention, because otherwise you're having the tired, remember when I said halt, when you are losing weight at Live Light, we don't believe in you feeling hungry, angry, lonely, or tired. It spells halt. You're going to stop. You have to stop. You have no choice. And so when that happens, you want to make sure that you are, again, reaching out to a professional, talking to your doctor, the nurse, whoever your professional is. If you don't have one, let us know. We can help you. But you have to do this right. And in order to do it right, you want to make sure you are not experiencing that fatigue while losing weight. Sometimes what feels like a medication issue is not. It actually ends up being a nourishment issue. Side effects don't automatically mean the medication is wrong for you, especially after you've gone through a full medical screening, you've talked with the provider, they've looked at everything, your medical history, they've talked with you, and you've made a plan with your provider. They say, okay, this is the medication for you, go ahead and start it. Sometimes that medication is not the wrong one for you, despite the side effects. It's just that you have to change the strategy. I created a free GLP success and maintenance guide because I kept seeing people struggle, not from the medication itself, but from not having structure around it. Listen to your body, adjust strategically, and don't confuse normal adaptation with danger or real warning signs with something to ignore.